Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Blockchance 2023. We're here with Blue Kraken and the amazing Nicholas, which is the CEO and developer. So please tell us, what is your amazing project?
Yeah, sure. So Blue Kraken Online is basically, in general, it is an environment for inflation-proof Web3 games at the first glance. And inside the environment, we build a hack and slash massive multiplayer online role-playing game in pixel art style with a lot of crafting, a lot of fighting, definitely, and slashing monsters. And the what is special about it is that we will be the first market mover when it comes to inflation-free Web3 gaming, which is super important for the overall blockchain space. As what we see right now, the Web3 gaming space has a bit downward trend because all ecosystems are hit by inflation, inflationary tokenomics, inflationary ecosystem very hard. And that is exactly what our flagship product is made for, to prove that inflation-free gaming in the Web3 space is feasible. Well, what is the vision behind it? We strongly believe that the whole Web3 space then can flourish. And the advantage of that will be that, gaming is gets or becomes the key driver when it comes to global mass adoption of the whole blockchain space overall. Because as we all, or as many people know, is every third human on this planet is a gamer.
Yeah, sure. I think you've got an interesting question.
Well, see, the first thing you talk about, it's interesting because you're a game developer. The first thing you talk about is anti-inflation. You know what I mean? And that is it's a unique position to be in, isn't it? You know, because you're a gamer at heart. You know, you've spoken to us. We talk, what bot proofing have you got? And you go, well, I'm a bit of a man myself. But you go through and stuff like that. So it's really interesting to hear a game dev focus on gameplay, focus on art style. We'll put up some of the art style and some of the gameplay because it's beautiful. It reminds us of what Terraria, it reminds us of Stardew Valley. It looks fun, engaging. But also underneath that, I feel like you've given us an economics lesson wrapped up as a game. So it's really interesting to see it built sort of that way around. And just for anyone who's going out there and wanting to play, obviously you earn by playing. And in addition to that, it's not just do you grind out the most. It's not are you on there the most, because you said again about your farming. So I'll be really interested to hear about the farming rather than just the hack and slash as well.
So with farming, you mean the peaceful side of
the peaceful side of gameplay, rather than just it's hack and slash and that's fun, but it's not all hack and slash.
Yeah, sure. It's much more than hack and slash. So the hack and slash component is the biggest one, or the one which many or the most players we think the most players will be onto that. But we have a synergy between the aggressive parts of slashing monsters and the peaceful part. And up to now, we plan with 9 peaceful professions for the players, which they can pursue. There are definitely persons that don't like slashing monsters, like the wife of my CFO. She loves to play Farmerama. We have something for her.
But I love games that allow you to play them in the way you want to. I mean, that's what we all love about role-playing games, isn't it? You know, if you want to be a farmer, be a farmer. If you want to be a warrior, be a warrior. And why are we playing games? Because we like the fantasy. And, you know, not everyone in the world has all the time to grind. You know, it's good if you want to and you enjoy doing that. I'm not saying your game to grind. But, you know, you play certain games like World of Warcraft, there's a lot of grinding. Whereas the peaceful professions, you know, take that away and allow you to enjoy the game without having to spend every waking 3 hour doing it.
Yeah. I would stretch a bit more on the surface of the farming professions.
Yeah, cool.
So, the peaceful professions, they are like own games inside the whole game. Every single peaceful professions has a bigger depth behind it. So it's easy to learn, but it's hard to master. Definitely, every peaceful profession is made like that. And the peaceful professions in general, you can play them more or less actively. For farming, for example, you can plant something in your garden, and you can leave the plant alone. Then it takes time to grow, but you can go doing another peaceful profession in that time, or playing monsters. But it is possible that you stick around at your garden, and then you take more care about the plant. Swashing insects away, for example, or cutting some trees which sprouted too much, some twigs which sprouted too much. and thereby you influence the outcome of the harvest.
Yeah.
And additionally, for farming especially, it is about place and time management a lot. So there are different parts in our open world game where certain kinds of plants grow better than in other parts. Then you have to check the groundwater, the nutrition of the floor which you are planting on. And where if you want to have a certain combination of plants that you grow, maybe the one is in the southern part of our world and the other plant grows better in the northern part.
Oh.
And then you need to calculate something like traveling time and calculate when which plant grown fully up and which not, and what can I do in between? Do I need all time for traveling or this and that? And so if you think a lot about it and maybe do a small Excel sheet or something, then you can be really, really much better in farming than people which don't think about it.
Yeah. And I'm assuming the game's called Blue Kraken because it is so deep. Do you know what I mean? You tell us about the game and you go, I'll say this, you package the game so beautifully. We walked past the stand and Chris went behind the camera. He went, I love that. And it was gorgeous and it came in and we loved it. And then we came and spoke to you and you went, no, it's not just a game. It's not just pretty. There's all this depth and it's fantastic to speak to somebody who is taking Web3 gaming so seriously. And I think the reason why Web3 gaming is dying is because people aren't taking it seriously. It's on its way up. What I mean is, at the moment, the first project that has taken it and lifted it and made it mainstream hasn't been built yet. Well, maybe it has. Maybe it's you. But but until you get games that are about the gameplay and for the gamers with it and the economy that makes sense, we won't have the boom. But I think that could well be you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope to be that one, or at least to be the project which shows the stone into the right direction. And the depth of our game is really, really high. And it is, I'm RPG gamer for over 22 years now, and I played many games. And yeah, for sure, I took many of my experience and put it into the game. And yeah, for sure, I increased it here sometimes in this direction and in this direction. But yeah, it is a very, very good big package of experience and own ideas. And I always love the games which have more depth and where you can just, where you are a better player when you think about what you're doing instead of just doing the stupid thing over and over and just only throwing time on it. I loved always these games where you can reach something with smart action.
Yeah. And when is release and when is beta, and can people get in on beta or is that closed beta?
Yeah. So we plan to open a first demo version for our community, which we built or have right now from the first raising round we did. We are now in the second raising round, but from the first raising round we have a good base of community already. We will open the demo version for them in August or September. The launch is planned for next year. We would love to launch the game and the TGE, the token generation event for governance and in-game token will be at the same time. We plan to do it in Q1 or Q2 next year. But in general, we have to take a very careful look at the market conditions so that we exactly hit the sweet spot when everything is just moving upwards. Hopefully, or no, for me, it's more or less guaranteed that the bull run will come. But to hit the sweet spot would be very, very great when we exactly then can do the TGE and the launch. But yeah, before that, there will be a demo which is open to more than our community, which we have already. We'll definitely be there.
But so we'll talk about the demo. We'll show you the demo, and then look forward to actually getting to play it for yourself when it releases in Q1, Q2 next year, depending on the market.
It was a pleasure. And to finish this off, I've been given very kindly a few T-shirts to give away to our community. So we will do an announcement. We will share, like the post, and we will get the demo. Have a nice day.
All the best.